What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Connecting Math Concepts lesson 62. We're going to focus on word problems again, and you're going to answer the questions as we go along. Here we go. Word problem number 1. In the garden, there were 85 flowers. There were 5 petals on each flower. How many petals were there? All right, so that's the question, and we're going to go through and break it down into some steps. Here we go. First up, what kind of problem is this? Pick your answer now. Is it addition or multiplication? It's multiplication. That's right. In the garden, there were 85 flowers. There were 5 petals on each flower. How many petals were there? Now we're going to try to pick out what the first small number should be. Of the 2 numbers, which one is going to be the small number? Pick it now. That's right. The first small number should be 5. Next up. What letter should the big number be? What letter should the big number be? Are there more flowers or are there more petals? So what letter should the big number be? Go ahead and pick that now. It should be P. It should be P. More petals than flowers. Next up. The other small number then, and it's going to be a letter in this case, the other small number is going to be what? Flowers or petals? Go ahead, pick it now. Okay. It's going to be flowers. Which one of these is the correct equation to help us get the answer? Is it 5 times F equals P, 5 times flowers equals petals, or 5 times petals equals flowers? Let's figure that out. It's 5 times flowers equals petals, okay? So next up, what is 85 times 5? Go ahead and try to figure out that answer now and select it. And I'm going to go ahead and do it over here, and we can see if your answer was correct. 85 times 5. First up, this is a many zoos, many animals problem. 85 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 8 is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 40 plus 2. Our answer then would be 425 petals. Hope you got that right. All right, moving on. Next one. Here we go. Word problem number 2. There were 143 cows in the barn. There were 157 fewer cows in the barn than the pasture. How many cows were there in the pasture? So let's try this again. Following through. Is this an addition or multiplication family? I gave you a little clue with this word right here, fewer. So go ahead and pick addition or multiplication. It's a addition family, right? It's an addition family. Let's find out the next step. Were there more cows in the barn or in the pasture? Were there more cows in the barn or the pasture? And we're thinking about it now, answering more cows in the barn or the pasture. There were more cows in the pasture. More cows in the pasture. So which one of these is going to tell us our answer? Is it going to be 143 plus 57 equals, and this should say P, or 157 minus 143 equals P? So we're thinking about our fact family, right? We have our change number. We have our barn, and we have our pasture. And now we're just figuring out which one is right. So go ahead and do that now. That's right. It's going to be 143 plus 157 equals P. So let's go ahead and do that on the next one. Here we go. Right? Go ahead and work the problem now. Here you go. It is going to be 143 plus 157. Go ahead and do the work now. And I'm going to show you how to get that answer. 3 plus 7 is 10. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 5 is 10. And then we're going to carry our 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is, so 300 cows in the pasture. All right, 2 more problems to go. Make sure you're taking your time figuring it out. Next 2 are going to be a little less me telling you the answers and a little bit more you figuring it out. Here we go. The water in the pot was 74.8 degrees. The water was heated. The water ended at 181.9 degrees. How much was the water heated by? So is this an addition or multiplication question? Is this an addition or multiplication question? All right, pick it now. It's an addition family, right? It's an addition family question. Next up, is it going to be 181.9 minus 74.8 equals the heated, or are we going to add those 2 numbers? So when something, another little clue real quick, right? We have a starting, ending. If something gets hotter, does it start with or end with more? It ends with more, starts with less, and then our heated number is going to be the question mark. So really try to use this to figure it out. I'm even going to give you one more clue. All right. If you're missing a small blank, that's all. So which one of those are you going to do? All right. We're going to go ahead and it's going to be subtraction problem, right? And now you're going to go ahead and work that very quickly. I'm going to set it up for you if you need it, but you should be doing it on your paper. All right. Taking a look at that, subtracting as you need to, right? And then, all right, so your answer is going to be 9 minus 8 is 1. We're going to have to regroup here. 11 minus 4 is 7. 7 minus 7 is 0. And 1 minus 0 is 1. So our answer then is 107.1 degrees. So that's how much hotter it got. All right. Next up is just one you're going to work all the way through by yourself. Every triangle has 3 corners. If there are 156 corners, how many triangles are there? And I gave you a hint at the bottom. So go ahead and work that problem out, figure out your answer, and then I'll show you how I do it. All right, let's go ahead and work on it together now. So we have our multiplication. We have our every number. And then are there more corners or more triangles? Well, there are more corners, right? And so we have our problem here. And then what we do is we cross out the corners. We put 156. And now we have a situation where it is this. And we are going to do some long division, bringing together all of the skills that we've been working on. 156 divided by 3. And then 3 goes into 15. How many times? 5 times, and into 56 too. So how many triangles are there? There are 52 triangles. All right. Hope everybody is doing well. Next lesson won't be word problems. It'll be something new. So make sure you come back and try. Make sure you drop any questions you have in the comment stream or let me know during guided reading or during our whole class meeting. I'm happy to help anybody who needs it, even Mr. Hammond's students. So feel free to reach out. Okay. Take care. Miss everybody. Hope you are doing well.